Welcome to week one, session one, and I hope that you are getting your feet wet with the reading that is assigned for this week. This week we're going to be looking at the U.S. and understanding the responses through the legal and justice system and the professionals that are engaged there. But I want you to be able to analyze relevant historical issues and the human trafficking, modern day slavery, and then demonstrate a skill to research some of those online. And so your book reading starts with The Slave Next Door. This is one of the interesting books by Bales and Sudalter. And Ron Sudalter, I've met and had some great conversations with. He is an historian. And so he writes from a historical perspective on U.S. slavery and understanding modern day slavery. And Kevin Bales brings the real stories of what has been discovered and happened in the United States, both international and U.S. victims of trafficking. And he tells the story here of Given Kachepa. And Given is an amazing young man. I've had the privilege of speaking with him on platforms and doing different ministry things with him and his adoptive mom. And so when you read Given's story, know that he's a real person. He lives in the Metroplex, and the rest of the story will tell you later about what's happened in his restoration. This week, you're also going to be looking at the film Human Trafficking. It's available on YouTube, and there's a link to it. This is one of those films that kind of gives you an idea of how internationals may be trafficked into the U.S. as well as what it might look like in the U.S. context. And then I want you to view the International Association of Chiefs of Police, the IACP video defining the crime. These aren't your movie Hollywood kind of endeavors that they did, but they give you enough information to really be able to define the crime and see kind of what our U.S. response has been and what our government's doing about it and how they're teaching law enforcement to understand that crime as well. Each of these weeks will have a devotional, and the International Justice Mission has put together Freedom Challenge, and I want you to read the introduction section and kind of look at what they've done to explore these interesting areas of faith and the challenges that it brings to us in understanding the issues today. You'll also be doing some research on the digital commons through Liberty University and looking at what they have available. They've taught courses on human trafficking at Liberty. I've had the opportunity to meet and to work with Paul and Michelle Rickert, who used to teach and train at Liberty University. They're no longer there. They're at other places, but some of their materials is quite good, and you're going to be using some of those pieces as well. And I want you to be thinking through the questions that it asks you. How does God, not man, grant fundamental human rights? I want you to think about and try to explain or articulate the Christian biblical worldview and how that would help to solve the issues of modern day slavery. Or you can kind of look at the civil rights issue and how it differs from human rights and what you might do to compare those things. So you'll be doing a little reading, a little writing, a little exploring this week just to get your feet wet with the topic. And I think you'll really enjoy Bales and Sudalter's book. I know I have used it for a number of years, and the stories are just tremendous. Look for the Texas stories if you're in Texas, and hope you enjoy the opportunity to learn more about this. Again, if you got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm available to you and glad to help in any way that I can.